Hello and welcome to another booktube video from me, Lauren, from Lauren and the Books. I hope you're all very well. Oh, look at that annoying stain. I've just made a cake and in amongst the cake making, I've got a little bit of cake mixture on me. I'm so sorry. I'm not normally this disgusting. Well, that's not disgusting, is it? It's just a small bit of cake mixture and I get cake at the end of it. Shush, because today is my favourites video for the month of April. So all of these things that I mention are some of my favourite things for the month of April. Tough, isn't it, when you're in lockdown and you're trying to find new things to do and new things to be your favourites every month. But I have managed to find some stuff. I'll start with my favourite book for the month, which is actually a reread. I read this book for the first time 5 years ago when it came out, and quite enjoyed it then, but this time I absolutely bloody loved it, and that's Lorali by Laura Dockrill, which is the story of a mermaid who comes to Hastings, which is semi-close to where I live, and is found on the washed up on the shores by someone called Rory. And a lot of people have pointed out to me that the names Lorelei and Rory are both from, what's that programme, David?
Gilmore Girls.
Gilmore Girls, yeah. I don't know if Laura Dockrill is a big fan of Gilmore Girls, but both of those names are from Gilmore Girls. I can't stop looking at this bloody stain. But yeah, it's great. It's got told from three perspectives. So it's told from Lorelei's perspective, from Rory's perspective, and then from the perspective of the sea, which is probably my favourite perspective. It had like all stuff about pirates and these pirates that wear like really like sharp white shirts and really coif and preen themselves and are amazing. And just the world building in this was just so fantastic. So much so that I actually moved straight on to the second book in the series. I think it's only going to be a 2-book series, but that second book is called Orabelle. But really, really love this. Easy reading, enjoyable, sort of took me away to somewhere else. If I could add another book to my books to, what did I call that video? Where I called it like books that no, I can't think of the word that I mean. Books that sort of transport you to somewhere else. I would definitely include this. So very, very well done. Really, really enjoyed that. But yeah, let's talk about telly. So everyone's been watching so much telly, just because there's not much really else to do, is there? So 2 of the things that we've watched this month, I will say as a disclaimer now, because I know a lot of people are probably going to write this in the comment if I don't mention it. I'm filming this on the 2nd of May. And I actually think I'm going to have to change my t-shirt because I can't stop looking at that little bit of thing. I'm going to go and change my t-shirt. Oh, that's better. I just couldn't stop. Every time I looked at myself in the screen, all I could see was this little stain and I just couldn't bear with it. So back to telly. Everyone's been watching lots of telly, and 2 things that David and I have watched. I can't remember how far I got with this. I'm filming this on the 2nd of May, and I know that people are going to say to me, oh, haven't you been enjoying Normal People? Now, we only started watching Normal People yesterday. It's amazing, and I've been like, I was so bored yesterday, and it was the first time that that boredom had really hit me. David had previously said he wasn't that bothered about watching Normal People, so I was trying to find a situation where I could start watching Normal People, where David wasn't going to be here, which obviously is difficult because we're both stuck indoors at the moment. And yesterday he said to me, oh, why don't you just start watching it? And he actually got into it as well, so I'm very, very pleased that he's watching it too. But I'm not going to talk about Normal People here because I haven't watched it in April, but I have started watching it, and obviously it's going to make my May favourite, spoiler alert. But 2 things that I did watch in April that I absolutely loved. The first thing being a programme called Quiz, which was a dramatic reproduction of an event that happened sort of mid-2000s in the UK. So there's a TV show called Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, which is still running now, isn't it? But it's hosted by Jeremy Clarkson, who I actually cannot bear. And it was the first ever the game show that was going to give away £1 million. And I'm sure there's different versions of it all over the world, wherever you live. There was this big case in the mid-2000s of a couple who, through a series of coughing, had managed to cheat their way to £1 million, and the ITV, which is the TV channel that shows Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, had made this what would you even call it? A drama about the events that happened to it. And I just thought it was really good. It's got the girl who plays Claire in Fleabag, she played the wife in it, and there was a lot of backstory to it I didn't know. And actually, like, whether or not whether or not they did it or not, based on the evidence that was put forward for the court case, I don't think there was enough evidence to put them for them to go down for it. So very interesting. It was on over 3 nights, 45 minutes an episode. We really enjoyed it, didn't we, David?
It was really good.
And something else we've been watching as well, which is a rewatch. Well, some of them are a rewatch and some of them aren't. We have been rewatching from the beginning, The Vicar of Dibley, which is currently on the UK Netflix. So Vicar of Dibley is a really nostalgic programme. It first came out in 1996. And it's been sort of like coming back, doing a few Christmas specials, doing a few specials for Alexa, stop. David's chips are finishing. Doing a few Christmas specials and a few sort of like fundraising specials. Up until, well, now recently, it's actually, they've just done a sort of revisit. Yeah, for Comic Relief or something, was it?
Yeah.
And it's just a completely nostalgic programme. As it was set in the 90s, it was actually first came out when I was 10, so I remember watching it. It's about a vicar, a female vicar, going to this little village called Dibley and sort of like taking the village by storm, really. They've never seen a female vicar before, and she's sort of quite... She's headstrong and she knows what she wants, and she's just fantastic, and we've just been really loving it, rewatching it. Sort of nostalgia is a big comfort thing for me anyway, but to revisit that has just been lovely, and it's just got so many like funny jokes and just joy for us, really. And yeah, really lovely. And obviously it's meant that because it's been back for quite a few Christmas specials, it means we've watched a few Christmas specials, which has been really lovely. So would definitely recommend Vicar of Dibley if you want some comfort viewing. It's just lovely. And also there's a few episodes on there that I'd never even seen before, which has been really nice. Something else that's been one of my favourite things for the month of April were tulips, which I haven't got anything to show you here. Now David and I have, as is everybody, really stuck indoors at the moment. David doesn't leave the house at all. He's been furloughed, so he's in. I leave the house every other week. I work from home for 1 week, and then I'm in the hospital for the other week. And then at the end of that week, I try and do my big shop so that we don't have to leave the house at all the week that I'm working from home. And in one of those big shops, I bought myself a bunch of flowers, which I don't normally do. I tend to buy daffodils and sunflowers, but the rest of the year don't really buy myself flowers. And I bought an £8, no, I think it was a £5. I bought a £5 bunch of tulips, which just lasted. We managed to make them last for a week. I just got so much joy out of them, seeing them every day on the windowsill next to the telly, and it just really brightened up the room. And I know it sounds so simple, and it's like, it's not a complex thing, but if you are going somewhere to do your shop, your regular shop, your essential shop, and they have flowers, and you can afford to treat yourself a little bit, then please do buy, because they really did bring me so much joy. How many times did I look at those flowers throughout the week? Lots. Literally on the daily, I was like, I'm so happy I've got those, I'm so happy I've got those. And I actually, the following week, I did my big shop at Marks and Spencer, because I was trying to find flour, and I was thinking, oh, maybe Marks and Spencer will have flour. They didn't have it, but I bought another bunch of tulips from there. They were £8, that bunch of tulips, and they didn't last half as long, and they weren't as pretty either. They were all sort of one colour. The one I got from Tesco's were like, some were red and yellow, some were like pink and purple. They were just beautiful. They really did bring me so much joy. So tulips have brought me joy this month, and when I do my essential shop again, I will definitely be buying myself some more flowers. I don't know if we'll get tulips now. I think tulips might be done now, but we'll definitely be buying myself some more flowers. So 2 more things that I have enjoyed during the month of April. The first one is David's Disney challenge. So if you don't know, David has got a YouTube channel. I'll link it down below. It's called My Beardy Life, and on the first week that David was furloughed, he set himself the challenge of watching all the Disney classic films, which is 59 films? 58 films, Disney films, from way back, the first ever Disney film, which was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, all the way up until Frozen 2, and he watched them all in the space of 7 days. So that means that at the weekends he was watching 9 films a day. During the week he watched 8 films a day. He was getting up at like 5 in the morning to watch films, going to bed at midnight, and yeah, he watched them all. He reviewed them on his Instagram. He vlogged the whole week, and put a video out every single day, which was lovely. And in amongst all that, so it's nice to sort of see him keeping himself really busy and like enjoying the vlogging and watching the films and everything. Meant that I got to watch some of the Disney films. I only watched 3 the whole week.
Is that all?
Yeah, I watched Princess and the Frog, Basil the Great Mouse Detective, and Fantasia.
Frozen 2.
Oh, and Frozen 2. Sorry, and Frozen 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I watched 4.
Watched a bit of Wreck-It Ralph breaks the
Yeah, but I didn't watch the whole of it. So yeah, I watched 4 films the whole week out of 58 films. Well, I was at work, so I wasn't able to. I was actually at work as well. But yeah, he had a really great time doing it, and we actually did a few sort of like other Disney things. So we played a game called Villainous, which is a board game that we bought David's dad for his birthday, and we actually had that, so we were able to play that. And we did some Disney drawing, which was really, really fun. I really would recommend doing that. It took up a little bit of time, and it was nice to sort of like do a bit of drawing together. We did 3 drawings over the week. In fact, I'll show you because I was really pleased with them. Hold on. So we used some tutorials off of YouTube and we did some drawing. We did 3 over the week, and I want to do more because I really, really enjoyed it. The first one we did was Mickey Mouse. This is David's Mickey Mouse. Look at me showing my drawings like I'm so pleased with myself. That's my Mickey Mouse. And then we also did Chip. Here's Chip. And then we also did Baymax.
Hey, you didn't show my Chip. I'm very proud of my Chip.
Sorry, I better show. There's my Baymax. I better show you,
David.
David.
Show my Baymax.
I won't show your Baymax, but well, Molly said that your Baymax was better. And there's David's Chip as well. So yeah, we did some drawing. We played Disney Colour Brain. We just did a few little Disney things. It was really, really nice to sort of be involved in a project David was doing. Now, exciting that was one of my favourites. What happens on Monday, David?
Pixar!
David is watching all the Pixar films. He's not doing it, there's only 23.
Yeah, it's a lot less stressful.
It's a lot less stressful, there's a lot less to do.
It's going to be just as fun.
It's going to be just as fun. He's doing it over 5 days, so he's doing it Monday to Friday. He's going to watch all the Pixar films. So I think it's about 4 or 5 films a day, is it?
About that, yeah.
So yeah, he'll be back vlogging it on his channel and reviewing them on his Instagram channel. So if you're not a subscriber to either of those things, then head on over to get ready for David's big Pixar challenge. He's been prepping all his sort of like end screens and things like that. He's very happy with it. He's very, very happy with it. So yeah. And then the last thing that I've got to be pleased about is it's a recipe I used. So I noticed everyone in the world has been baking. Where can I find this? Why can't I find it? There we go. Everybody in the world has been doing their baking, and we've struggled to get hold of flour. And I put something out on my Facebook last week and said, like, where on earth are people who live close to me getting flour? My friend Alex rang me and said, I'm in the Co-op at the moment. They've got flour. Do you want me to get you some? And I said, yes, please. And last week, from the a girl called Jack cookbook, which is 100 delicious budget recipes, which is sort of like the perfect book for now, having to cook with tinned food and food that you wouldn't normally use and things like that. It's just been amazing. I made a white chocolate and peach tray bake, which was so simple. Literally cream, butter and sugar together, add eggs, add flour and add the peach. It used tin peaches as well, and it was just so amazing. Like, it was really, really good, so tasty, so juicy, lovely. And there's a few different adaptations to this as well. So it was saying you can use sort of any tinned fruit with different chocolates. So I think next time I've got a tin of mandarins already and I've got a bar of dark chocolate. So I think next time I make it, I'm going to make mandarin and dark chocolate tray bake. Today I've made, it says here it's got an adaptation of how to make a Bakewell style tray bake. Use raspberries instead of tin peaches and replace 50 grams of the sugar with ground almonds. So we weren't able to get hold of raspberries, but we did get hold of blueberries. So I've made a sort of blueberry Bakewell tart tray bake today, which has just come out the oven and looks lovely. So yeah, would highly recommend this cookbook at all. But this particular recipe for cakes, I'm not really that much of a baker either. I've never been particularly good at it, and always sort of tend to make a half or like a loaf tin that isn't cooked in the middle but is cooked at the ends. Like, I'm a good cook, but I'm just not much of a baker. But 2 for 2 so far. Really pleased with both times I've made that. So that's that as well. So those are a few of my favourite things for the month of April. Would love it, seriously would love it if you could share with me below some of your favourite things in the month of April. And yeah, that's it from me, and I'll see you all again soon for another butcher video. Goodbye!